of potions today. I know that when it comes to perfumes and colognes and fragrances, I know, I don't know about, well, I know I get confused because I'll have products that I absolutely love that, I don't feel like last as long. And then there's some perfumes that I'll spray and I'll, then put it on me. And then I hate the smell after it sits on my skin for a while. So I really dug deep into these to figure out like why that is. So first of all, I want to go into the groups of different kinds of fragrances. So there are perfumes, there's eau de toilettes, there's eau de perfume, there's extract de perfume. And these are separated into these because of how they're concentrated. So one thing, the eau de toilette, that's where we'll start because that's actually going to be your lightest scent of perfume. So it does have, let's see, it has 5 to 15% of fragrance in there, and it will last at the most 3 hours. So they always suggest an eau de toilette is something that you actually spray on your body, like as soon as you get out of the shower. So that is good to know. So if you have an eau de toilette that you love, but you don't like that it lasts very long, that's just the nature of that fragrance. Okay, then the next one after that is an eau de perfume. And those are going to have more fragrance in them. They're actually going to be anywhere from 15 to 20%, which means they're going to last longer. Those are going to last about 8 hours. And the next one after that is perfumes, and that's going to be 20 to 30% of the fragrance. And that one will actually last 24 hours. And then the very last one, which is the most fragrance, it's 20 to 40% fragrance. You need a very, very little. They're called extract de perfume. And so now we're going to talk about finding your fragrance. So the first thing you want to do when you're finding your fragrance is you kind of want to figure out what scents you really like. So I'll have a lot of women get a hold of me and there's like, hey, I have the scent. They don't make it anymore. I want to get one like it. So my question is going to be, okay, well, what are the fragrances in it? Or I'll Google it and I'll find out those fragrances. There's different types of what they're called notes. So there's a top note, a middle note, also known as the mid-tone or the heart of the fragrance. And then there's a base note. So there's 3 different notes to a fragrance. And depending where those ingredients are in that note is also going to, change how everything smells. The top note is usually the first thing you smell when you spray something. So if you spray something and you automatically are like, oh my gosh, that smells amazing. And then you spray it on yourself. So that's the first thing you're going to smell. That first initial scent is going to last for about 5 to 15 minutes. And then that is where, if you spray it on you and then it changes as it stays on your skin, that's where it's going to go into the mid-tones, which is the heart of the fragrance, which is usually about 70% of the fragrance. And that heart of the fragrance is usually where you kind of want to look what the heart is, because that's going to be the scent that's on you. And it's going to be what kind of is, you smell throughout the day. It lasts longer, it's more full bodied, and it's usually ingredients that are going to pair well with the base of the fragrance, because the base are typically like woody fragrances that don't typically smell good by themselves. Like, has anybody ever smelled vanilla just like straight out of the bottle? Have you ever smelled vanilla? It doesn't smell that good. But when you pair, vanilla with things like cinnamon, and you put that in, baking, and then it bakes together, that's going to smell really good. And you're going to get that really yummy smell. But vanilla by itself doesn't smell that great. So that's why vanilla is normally a base scent, and cinnamon can be one of those like spicy scents that are from the heart of the fragrance. Okay, so we're going to start with creamy florals. So there are fragrance families. There's floral, woody, oriental, fruity, and amber. So floral scents are going to be flowery. Obviously floral, flowery. They're going to be like, jasmine, iris. It's going to be smelling like that bouquet. So that's going to be your floral scents. So one of our creamy florals is our Bella Bellera. And this has stuff like lotus flower. The lotus flower is going to be the top note, and snowdrop flower. So those are going to be the top notes, that first thing that you smell right away when you spray it. It is an eau de perfume. So again, that means this is going to last about 8 hours. So about 8 hours. And then so you get those blossoms, and then you're going to get the acai blossom, and that's going to be a little bit fuller bodied flower. So that's going to be your mid note. And then you're going to get the woody fragrance, which is going to be the sandalwood and the cotton musk. I mean, just think of those, like sandalwood and cotton musk. Those two things together probably don't smell that great, but when you combine them with those floral scents, that's when you are going to get an amazing scent. So I just told you the wrong one. That was for this one. That was for Bellera. The Bellera is going to be, you're going to see, it's going to be more fruity. So you're going to get the nectarine and apricot first. And then the middle notes are going to be rose petal and jasmine. So those are going to be the more full bodied notes. So you're going to get like a moss and a blonde wood, and that's going to be the baseline. Next one is Enchanted Wish. Isn't that bottle like really cute? This is actually an eau de toilette. So eau de toilettes, again, are going to last about 3 hours. So this is also going to be floral and fruity, but we're going to get a little bit of orange oil and pineapple. So it's going to be a little bit more tart and sweet. And then paired with it is going to be a little bit more peony and passion fruit. So the bottom notes in this are going to be musky, warm amber, and brown sugar. Okay, so we do have one more floral fruity, and I love this one because I love the look of the bottle. So this is Forever Diamonds. It's an eau de perfume, so it is going to last that 8 hours, and this has white floral in it, and it's going to feature like jasmine in it. It has a little bit of apricot and fresh fruit in it as well, and the fresh fruit is actually going to be more of the bottom notes in this one. So this is going to be white floral with apricot and peach. So, and I love a peach, which means, I mean, it just explains why I love the diamonds, because I love peach. This is Live Fearlessly. So I really love that bottle too, just because it looks like almost like a diamond on the back. It has ginger. It's got tonka bean, cedar, and vanilla musk. So it's got lush petals, bold rose, roasted tonka beans, and vanilla musk as the bottom notes. And we have rose floral. And from its name, obviously, I'm going to take a wild guess that there's roses in it. It has freesia rose, Turkish rose petals, another bay rose, Baie. And it's got honeysuckle, and then it has Indonesian sandalwood. So this is a really cute one. I'm so thinking of love, and I love that it comes with this cute little charm, and you can actually take that off and like put it on a bracelet. Cute little clip. But yeah, so this is a rose floral. Obviously, florals are going to be flowery. Woodies are going to be super rich. They're going to be more, if you like a seductive scent, you want somebody with something with that woody scent in it. Oriental. So those are going to be the more exotic scents. They're luxurious. They usually have cinnamon. Cinnamon is a really oriental scent. Fruity obviously speaks for itself. It's going to be very sweet, raspberries, lemon, apple, and then amber. So anything with amber in it is going to be a very rich, smooth. It's going to be more long lasting. And that's going to be stuff with amber, vanilla, and other spices. Let's see. This one is Cityscape. It is an eau de perfume. So going to last that 8 hours. I just love the top. Like, look at that. It's very edgy. Okay, so this has red currants. It's going to open with red currants and mandarin. Then you are going to get red pepper, that's spicy, sweet, which makes it the oriental. So when it's called ambery oriental. So we are getting that oriental with the pink pepper that leads into sweet, spicy orchids, and then the vanilla beans that are wrapped in velvety amber notes. And you are getting a very sophisticated scent, and you know it's going to last really well. Thinking of You is a fruity. So that was an ambery or oriental. This is a fruity. Um, it's called a floriental. So it's going to be really feminine floral notes, and you're going to get succulent fruits, and you're also going to get some of that vanilla and that woody notes from it. So starting off with the floral, then you're going to get, fruity, and then you're going to get, the vanilla notes. So fruity floriental is what it's called. And this last one is currently my absolute favorite. It was actually designed for Mary Kay Ash herself. It's called Mary Kay Illuminea. It is extract de perfume. So that means it has 20 to 40% fragrance in here, and you need just a tiny bit amount, and it is going to last you forever. Right. So this has mandarin. I know I love I'm sorry. It has mandarin. I know I love oranges. So again, I'm getting that orange. It has orange blossom in the middle notes, because that blossom we know is obviously more fragrant. We're getting peonies in here, which is super fragrant. And then it is going to leave us with cashmere wood. So it's going to be that long base note. And just know that the fragrance in it is going to be super long lasting. So this is really great. It just tend to have a preference of the colognes, of the fragrances. And so when you can kind of break down those top notes and you find the heart, which when they list the ingredients, think about a package, they list them from top to bottom. So look at the fragrance that are in them, and about that middle is where you want to look. Usually the first 2 or 3 are the top notes, then you get the middle notes, and then you get 2 or 3 in the bottom. So about 70% is that mid-tone. So once you figure out what you like is your mid-tone, then it's really easy to be like, I know I'll like that one because it's got this, this, and this, and I love that bottom note. And I honestly compare it to like drinking wine and do a wine tasting. You start to realize I love the smell of raspberries. I love the taste of raspberries. I do not like wine with raspberry in it. So if I see wine with raspberry in it, I know I just won't like it. So I hope you guys, this helped you with, helping pick out fragrances, and that, you're going to be able to really narrow down the ones you want. Right. I thank you guys for coming and checking this out. Let me know questions, comments, or anything. I know that was a lot of information. So I hope that, this helped you guys. All right. We will talk to you later.